Welcome to the Department of Housing and Community Development's Landlord Webinar. The purpose of this presentation is to educate current and future landlords about the Section 8 Housing Choice Voucher Program and to inform you about the benefits of participating in the program. The Department of Housing and Community Development, which serves as the housing authority of the County of San Diego, considers participating landlords to be important partners in an effort to house Section 8 program participants. At any time during this presentation, you may rewind or fast forward this webinar. To provide you a brief background on the purpose of the Section 8 Housing Choice Voucher Program, it is important to share with you our overall department mission, which is to promote safe, affordable housing opportunities and improved communities in the San Diego region. The Section 8 program is a large component in achieving our mission by assisting eligible, low-income households by paying a portion of the rent to the landlord and to ensure assisted individuals and families reside in decent, safe, and sanitary rental housing. The Housing Authority of the County of San Diego is the second largest housing authority in San Diego County. The jurisdiction is all of San Diego County except for the cities of San Diego, Oceanside, National City, Carlsbad, and Encinitas. The jurisdiction consists of the unincorporated areas of San Diego County and the incorporated cities of Chula Vista, Coronado, Del Mar, El Cajon, Escondido, Imperial Beach, La Mesa, Lemon Grove, Poway, San Marcos, Santee, Solana Beach, and Vista. Landlords participate in the Section 8 program for a variety of reasons. Landlords receive a sense of civic pride by giving back to the community and are part of making a difference in improving our region as a whole. Property landlords who participate in the program enjoy the security and convenience of direct deposit rental assistance payments from the Housing Authority of the County of San Diego's portion of rent. Landlords may list their unit for free at gosection8.com, which is a service provided by the Housing Authority. The Housing Authority conducts annual inspections to ensure the unit meets the housing quality standards set forth by the Federal Department of Housing and Urban Development. The Section 8 program provides rent stability. If the household income declines, the Housing Authority's portion will increase to make up the difference. Direct deposit benefits. The Housing Authority of the County of San Diego strongly encourages all landlords to enroll in direct deposit for all housing assistance payments. With direct deposit, there are no rental assistance checks to be lost or stolen in the mail. Funds are deposited safer, quicker, and easier by going electronically directly to your bank account on payment day each month. In case of a disaster scenario, electronic payments help protect money from delivery disruptions caused by severe weather or unforeseen events. Setting up direct deposit is easy. To set up direct deposit, complete the financial institution and business data portions of the direct deposit form. Complete the landlord information and submit a voided check that includes the bank's routing number and your account number. If you choose to have the payment direct deposited into a savings account, no voided check is necessary. For a copy of the direct deposit form, please visit our website at www.sdhcd.org and click on Landlord Information. The Section 8 program is beneficial to both landlords and assisted families. The housing assistance payment issued by the Housing Authority of the County of San Diego is a reliable and steady source of rental income for landlords. The assisted families are usually able to afford their rental units because the rental assistance payment is based on the family's income. The tenant is responsible for paying 30% of the household's gross income. Provides rent stability. If the household income declines, the Housing Authority's portion will increase to make up the difference. The Housing Authority of the County of San Diego considers the Section 8 program a formal collaboration. A landlord who participates in the program actually enters into a three-way collaboration. The collaboration is between the landlord, the Housing Authority, and the tenant. The collaboration is formalized by the contract between the landlord and the housing authority. The lease is between the landlord and the tenant, and the rental assistance voucher is between the tenant and the housing authority. Landlord responsibilities. A family participating in the program is not screened for suitability of tenancy. The landlord is responsible for applying his or her normal tenant selection procedures to screen and select prospective tenants. The landlord is responsible for complying with all terms of the housing assistance payment contract. The landlord is responsible for enforcing the tenant obligations under the lease, which includes, but is not limited to, collecting a security deposit and the tenant's monthly share of the rent. The landlord is required to maintain the unit in accordance with the housing quality standards as outlined by the Federal Department of Housing and Urban Development. The landlord must also comply with all fair housing laws. Housing Authority of the County of San Diego responsibilities. The Housing Authority of the County of San Diego responsibilities include providing the tenants and landlords with prompt professional service, ensuring that the tenant and unit qualify for the program annually, perform annual housing quality standards inspections, ensuring that the landlords and tenants comply with the program rules, and ensuring that landlords comply with the housing assistance payment contracts. Tenant responsibilities include, but are not limited to, complying with all Section 8 program rules and regulations. The Housing Authority of the County of San Diego adheres to a zero tolerance policy for drug and criminal related activity. Section 8 tenants, just like all other non-Section 8 tenants, are responsible for complying with the terms of the lease, paying their portion of the rent on time, paying for utilities, paying requested security deposit, and maintaining the unit in good condition. The tenant is responsible for damages to the unit beyond normal wear and tear. The tenant is also responsible for reporting income and household composition changes within 14 days and following proper notification guidelines before vacating the unit. Rent reasonableness. The landlord must charge a reasonable market rent for the unit based upon its age and size, type and location, landlord-paid utilities and amenities. The rent charged by the landlord cannot be more than either the rent charged for comparable units in the private unassisted market and no more than the rent charged for assisted or unassisted units on the premises. The Housing Authority of the County of San Diego will make a determination as to the reasonableness of the proposed rent in relation to comparable, modest, non-luxury, unassisted units available for lease. By accepting a monthly housing assistance payment from the Housing Authority of the County of San Diego, the landlord certifies that the rent is not more than rent charged for comparable unassisted units on the premises. Side payments to the landlord are not acceptable. All units must pass a housing quality standards inspection before payments can begin. The landlord and tenant are contacted to schedule an appointment to inspect the unit. Upon receipt of all required paperwork, we make every effort to inspect the unit within 10 working days of the request. An inspection checklist is available for you to use to prepare your unit for the inspection. See page 11 of the Landlord Handbook, which can also be found at our website, www.sdhcd.org, under Landlord Resources. HQS inspection. If the unit passes the inspection, the tenant enters into a new lease with the landlord for a minimum term of 6 months. The landlord also enters into a contract with the Housing Authority of the County of San Diego for the same term as the lease. The tenant moves in and housing assistance payments begin. Payments become effective on the date specified in the housing assistance payment contract. If the unit fails the inspection, the landlord and the tenant are notified at the inspection and also in writing of the failed items. A list of failed items is mailed to the landlord and the tenant. A deadline to repair items is given, and a second inspection is conducted after completion of the repairs has been reported to the inspection unit. Things you should know as a landlord. If the tenant moves in prior to the unit passing inspection, they are responsible for the full rent. The tenant is responsible for paying the full security deposit requested by the landlord. The tenant is not responsible for the housing authority's portion, nor is the housing authority responsible for the tenant's portion. If the tenant does not have a request for tenancy approval for you to complete, it usually means they are not authorized to move. If the tenant is requesting to move to another unit within the same complex, the transfer process is the same as if they were moving outside the complex. Additional information for landlords. The Housing Authority of the County of San Diego screens families for drug-related or violent criminal activities upon initial admission to the program and upon transfer of units. Section 8 tenants are a cross-section of our community. Some are working families, some are elderly, and others are disabled. Section 8 tenants are to be treated as you would your non-Section 8 tenants. The Housing Authority of the County of San Diego has a limited role in resolving landlord-tenant disputes. Landlords should apply the same policies and procedures that they use with non-Section 8 tenants. Thank you for participating in the Housing Choice Voucher Program. Our office hours are Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us or visit our website at www.sdhcd.org. Did you know the County of San Diego Department of Housing and Community Development offers Facebook and email updates on a variety of topics, including valuable landlord information? Sign up by visiting our website and clicking on the Facebook and red envelope icons.